The F-86 Sabre, some people's favorite jet in the game, one of mine too. Just got moved down to 8.0. It's going to be a good time. I think it's a little low for it, but at the same time, the BRs are so compressed that it's hard to find a good BR for it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The F-86 Sabre, a Korean War legend. This originally started its development in the early 40s, or the later 40s, when we had captured a bunch of data from German scientists. That's where we got the swept wing design from, and a bunch of older data. The A variant, which was the one that initially saw combat in Korea, had leading edge wing slats and a less powerful engine. But on the later F variants, they went to something called the 10-3 wing, which extended the wing base and the I believe the base of the vertical stabilizer. So it had better performance at faster speeds. Because what they found was the MiG, after they had captured one, because the pilot had defected, the MiGs did not like to perform at high velocities, at high speeds, because they were not hydraulically assisted. So, when the doctrine changed, we went to trying to keep these things as fast as possible because the MiGs couldn't fight with us if we were about above 500 miles per hour. These were one of the most produced jets in the Western world. I believe it is actually the most produced jet in the Western world. Seeing service with over a dozen countries in export variants, and was actually one of the first planes to get a hit and a kill, I believe, with an air-to-air missile in Taiwanese service, if I am not mistaken. The trick with this old girl is to keep her at high speeds and to dive on your opponents. If you can keep your airspeed up, you can turn fairly well. And you will outright cream every single plane that you play against if you can play your cards right. The F-86 Sabres are some of the best subsonic jets in the game. And they are my favorite subsonics in the game. That's not the F-84 because that thing I abuse for ground attack too much. These things are excellence in every form. Acceleration is good for a subsonic jet. They turn well, they maintain their energy, and most of all, 650 cals, well, most people think, oh, that's a fairly weak armament. It works well enough for me. And I am very, very comfortable with them all mounted in the nose like that. They are, without a doubt, fantastic. The F-86's legend really seemed to take flight in an area of the world known to by the Sabre pilots as Mig Alley. This was at the mouth of the Yalu River, the border between North Korea and China, and where the North Korean MiGs would cross the river to get into China because China was sanctuary airspace. American pilots were not... It was in their ROE to not cross into China. And so, enterprising Sabre pilots, not wanting to let a good opportunity pass, decided to start finding themselves wingmen that would learn to keep their mouths shut when gun camera footage went missing, and when they maybe misnavigated over the Chinese border and encountered MiGs. The Sabre had great success against the MiGs with a original claim kill-to-loss ratio of 10-1. This is honestly not true. This was a propaganda number. The real number for the Americans was 5-1 for combat losses to aircraft. And the Chinese and North Korean governments to this day will still attest to the fact that they shot down more MiGs, more sabers than we shot down MiGs. Now, I don't have their numbers, so I cannot back up this claim, and they can't really back it up because we have the accurate numbers of how, when, and why sabers were lost. And we know for a fact that we shot down over 300 MiGs, and we only lost 200 sabers. And that's total, by the way. That's total saber losses to total MiG losses. Or to MiG shot down, not total MiG losses. Oh, I'm gonna... do what I can to force the overshoot. Nope, he's got a friend. Dive, dive, dive. Dive towards friendlies. He's on top of me. Seahawks bearing down. Sukhoi's bearing down. Damn. One of the coolest uses of the saber was its use in the American AIM-9 missile program. During the crisis of the Taiwan Strait in the late 50s, the Americans, who had originally sold Taiwan a whole mess of F-86s, also decided we are going to give them some help, and we are going to use this as a test bed for our brand new, all-singing, all-dancing AIM-9 missile. The AIM-9 missile turned the tables on the MiG that had a higher service ceiling than the sabers, and it allowed them to engage MiGs that were much higher in altitude than the sabers were, and they used it to great effect in Taiwan. And another interesting piece is this is where the Soviets originally got their missile plans from, where the AIM-9s gathered from, or was an AIM-9 that they pulled out of the fuselage of a MiG-15. Because the AIM-9 hit it, it didn't detonate, and it sat in that plane until it got all the way back. And that's how the Soviets started getting their designs for their infrared missile program. I killed a meteor for some reason. I got company? I do got company. Take a hard break, force him to either try and keep with it or overshoot. And he's going to overshoot and he's going to turn off. My recommendations for using this are very simple. Use it like you would any other American fighter. Keep it at altitude, keep your energy up, and don't try and turn very hard. Now, this thing can snap and it can outturn a lot of things, but that's not where its best use is, as I try and turn with something and get shot down. So, as I was saying before I was so very rudely interrupted by that meteor and shooting me down, the use of the F4 Sabre is this. Get up to around 10 to 15,000 feet where you're at a good middling altitude and dive on your opponents wherever you can. This thing's dive speed is fantastic. Do not try and get into protracted turning engagements. You will leave yourself a sitting duck, as this is still an early jet, and it does take a minute for it to get up to speed. This thing is a fantastic fighter once you kind of have a better understanding of how it plays. And it loves to energy trap things. If you're above something, you can energy trap it. That's what this thing is just absolutely fantastic at. Now this guy, he probably has a missile on board, so it's JASTAF. Yep, he's got 2 actually. Oh, come on. Good kill. Oh, it's not over yet. I am in the scissors with this MiG, and that's not a great place to be. But I do have teammates covering. No, I don't. Never mind. I lied. Ducks eat crayon. And a meteor. Yeah, I'll kill him. He can outturn me, but I still don't think he's noticed me yet. And he's noticed me now because I've decided to miss every single one of my shots. Am I autistic? Where did this guy go? I am actually going insane. And I got a 262 closing, so. Which one of you do I like the most? I like this 262. It's called Take a Burst and fucking dip. Also, that B-29 managed to shoot down a LA-200 somehow. Well, I know, he shot him down with his guns, but it still shouldn't really happen. This Su-11 is really the bigger threat to me right now. EKIA on him. It's a demon that shot him down, too. Interesting. Critical hit him. Extend away. Critted him again. Great. So I've got 3 dudes that I critted. Not a single one that I killed. That'll be all, folks. I'm very tired. This took a lot out of me to make because I did a 13-hour live stream last night, or Saturday, and I'm recording it on Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and maybe leave a like, comment, and hopefully subscribe. I'd appreciate anything at all. It means a lot to me that I'm getting where I am. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and that means a whole heck of a lot because I enjoy doing this, and thank you guys. It means a lot. I won't keep you too much longer. I will see you guys next Wednesday. Come say hi to the stream if you want to see me before then. But I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching.